In 1988, my Wednesday night sitcom schedule was as follows. 8 o'clock, Growing Pains. 8:30, Head of the Class. 9 o'clock, The Wonder Years. 9:30, My Two Dads. That 2 hours of comedy was an oasis smack dab in the center of a vast desert of neuroses and anxiety that was my childhood. I was a precocious little jerk with a very active imagination that I used primarily to torment myself. When I was 5 years old, my dad came up to say goodnight to me, and he found me sitting up in bed sobbing, and he said, "Bud, what's wrong?" And I said, "I don't know how to get to high school." And he said, "It's your third day of kindergarten." And I said, "I know, and kindergarten is 4 blocks away, and I don't know how to get there. And grade school is 6 blocks away, and I don't know how to get there either. And tonight at dinner, you told me that high school is 17 blocks away, and if I can't find a place that's 4 blocks away, how am I gonna find a place that's 17 blocks away?" I was a lot of fun to hang out with when I was a little kid. Lots of fun to hang out with me. In first grade, when I was 6, I had to go see a school therapist 2 days a week because I burst into tears every day when my mom dropped me off. She was a stay-at-home mom, so I was with her all day, every day, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Where's my mom? Who's that lady? That's not my mom." Here come the tears. School was also a source of anxiety for me because my dad's a teacher, so school was everything to him, and I just wanted to please him, and that to me meant I had to be the best at school. And I was pretty good at school, but that didn't calm me down. I was the kid who looked like he was going to throw up before a test, sweated throughout the test, and got a 99 on the test. Every day I would come home and do my homework immediately, still in my Catholic school uniform, while General Hospital and then Oprah played behind me. And as soon as I was done, I gave all my homework to my mom to sign, because she had to do that. And I put it all in its proper folders, put the folders in my school bag, zipped the school bag closed, and hid it behind the couch, because if I even saw it, I was going to get nervous again. Then I had 4 hours of relative normalcy, playing and going outside and eating dinner and stuff. And then at 7:58, I would get my school bag from behind the couch, check all the folders again to make sure my homework was still in there and still signed, zip it up, and if it was Wednesday, watch Growing Pains. And then check my homework again, and then watch Head of the Class, and then check my homework again, and then watch The Wonder Years, check my homework, watch, what's the last one? My Two Dads, check my homework again, and then go to bed as China Beach started playing. And 1 to 2 days a week, I'd come back at 10:45 and check it one more time because I couldn't fall asleep. The kind of mild OCD that I have is sort of like a fear of tiny gremlins that don't wreak havoc on your life, they're just kind of dicks. They do things like unsign your homework or play with the stove knobs, like just stupid stuff. I was racked with anxiety at a time when they didn't give anti-anxiety meds to children. I just had to tough it out. I've never been on anti-anxiety meds. But after a few years of constant worrying, my tiny body and my school bag zipper were both completely worn out. And so my way of escaping all this was to just make up stories in my head. I'd be in my room playing with my toys, talking to myself. I would line up all the dolls and figurines in my closet and tell them stories, which is basically what you guys are right now for me. They're my dolls and figurines. Then when I was 11, something magical happened. I was playing in the basement, digging around the back of one of these old closets, and I found a giant, black, 1970s electric typewriter. It weighed like twice what I weighed, and I dragged it out, and I plugged it in, and the motor whirred, and I was transfixed. I was like the apes in 2001: A Space Odyssey when the big black monolith shows up and they just go nuts and kill each other. And I put in a piece of paper, and I typed F for like 15 minutes just because I liked the sound. And then I got bored, and so I put in another piece of paper, and I wrote a short story about vampires. It was one piece of paper, single-spaced, front and back, so like 500 to 600 words. I took it out, I read it to my parents, they clapped, and I thought, well, this is my career. And 29 years later, I'm still doing that. Not writing vampire stories in my parents' basement and then reading to them out loud, just writing in general. what I discovered was that I could supplant my anxieties with the concerns of the characters in my stories. I could worry about what was going on in their world, a world I had complete control over, which is all anything anxious people want, is just some semblance of control. It was the healthiest way I found to be myself. And yes, I spent way too much time alone because of this, but I think I needed that social cocoon to blossom into the bald, bearded butterfly you see before you. I chose mystery writing as my genre of choice, which is perfect for me, because mystery writing is like a 10,000-piece puzzle where all the parts are important. Mystery readers are really scrutinizing, and if you mess anything up, they will call bullshit. So now the little 9-year-old boy who checked his homework 7 times at night, he gets to check through the files of my stories and make sure that they're all good, and he's very good at it. He's always waking me up in the middle of the night to be like, that guy could not have heard that alarm because he had his headphones on. I'm like, good point, and I write it on my phone and I go back to bed. As I'm telling you guys this story right now, having a good time, that 9-year-old kid's in the back of my head going through the folders of my next book, and he is happy and at peace, and I am happy and at peace. Writing is life. Read a book before you go to bed tonight. Thank you.